Hi everybody, my name's Brittany with BK Movement Health, and I'm so excited that you're here. Today we kick off my very first Pilates challenge, and this challenge is here to help you lock into those New Year's goals and start the new year off right. So grab your mat, your favorite water bottle, and let's get started with day one. Standing right at the edge of your mat, take a nice big bend in the knees. Inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale, rolling down towards the floor, one vertebrae at a time, really round through your spine. Soften those knees if you need to. Make sure those hands are grounded into the floor. Big inhale here. And exhale, let it go. One more time, big inhale. And exhale, starting to stretch up those legs. Take a big bend. Exhale, straighten behind the knees. One more time, inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten, let those heads hang down. Walking those hands forward out to a plank. We're going to lower right away down towards the floor. Lower those knees if you need to. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reaching our head forward. We're lengthening through the back of our neck, pressing those feet and your pelvis into the mat. One big inhale. Start to lift your chest forward, stretching through that upper back. And exhale, lower down, same thing. Big inhale, reach it up. And exhale, lower down. One more time, big inhale, reach. So draw your core in away from the mat. Can you hover up those hands? Maybe you find a finger tent has a little in between if you're not ready to lift those hands yet. Holding here, shoulders are down, head is reaching. Try not to look straight forward. Lengthen the back of that neck in 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Nice. Pressing back towards a child's pose. Take your knees nice and wide on your mat. Let your head drop down. Let those hips start to warm up and stretch out. We're going to come forward to a tabletop position, starting to warm up our glutes. So we're on our knees and our hands. If you need, you can always roll up your mat to give yourself a little extra cushion underneath your wrists, or same thing underneath your knees. You can always roll up the back of your mat. So we're here in this tabletop position, pressing my hands into the mat, making sure my chest doesn't start to sink down towards the floor. Press away. Big inhale, rounding through your spine. And exhale, find your cat-cow. Same thing again, inhale. And exhale, press away, finding that neutral spine. So right in the middle now, let's reach your left leg back behind you. Pressing those hands down, you're gonna lift that left leg up and tap it back down. Same thing, lift. Starting to tune in with those glutes. You're pressing your hands away from the floor, squeezing the top of your glute as that leg lifts up. Making sure when we lift, it doesn't go into our lower back and our belly collapses towards the floor. We want to keep our spine neutral, keep our leg right behind us in the center, so we're still using our inner thigh as well, and keep that core active. You got 4 more. Here's 3, squeezing the glute at the top. 2 more, press those hands away. Don't let that chest drop down. Last one, hold it up there. Finding a fold, hamstring curl, heel towards your glute and extend. Keep that leg up nice and high. For 4, extend. For 3, extend. 2 more. Those glutes will start shaking as we're trying to keep that quad away from the floor. Last one, hold it out straight, pulse it up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, check in with that core. 4, 3, you got it. 2, and 1, fold it in. Same thing, other side. Reach it back, lift and lower. Core is engaged, pressing away from the floor. We lift and tap down. Here's 2, lift and tap down. On this side, let's check in with our weight placement. Make sure we're not leaning too far to our left side to make it easier to lift that right leg. You're right in the center. Think of your hands and your back leg as a little tripod here for your body. And tap down. 4 more, lift and lower. You got 3, lift and lower. Last 2. Last one, we hold it up there. Find that hamstring curl, bring it in. Extend it out, quads away from the floor. Check where your weight is placed. We're gonna start to want to lean towards that left side. You got 2 more, curl it in. And extend, inhale, last one. and out. Pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5. You got it. 4. Keep that core in. 3, 2, and 1. Take it down. Sit it back. Nice wide knee child's pose. Let your head drop down. Great job. We're going to keep stretching out those hamstrings and add our core into the mix now. So coming forward, one more thing on your hands. Tuck those toes under. You're going to press your hands down into the mat, and we're going to hover up our knees. So I'm pressing away from the floor. I'm going to exhale, scoop my core up, and then hover my knees off of the mat, trying to bring my tailbone right in line with my shoulders, and tap back down. Same thing. Lift and lower. 3 more. Lift and lower. Last 2. Lift and lower. Last 1. Bring it up. Walk it back. Find your plank. Hold for 5, 4. Press away from the floor. Core in. You got 2. And 1. Knees down. Nice. Go ahead and flip it over. We're going to start to make our way towards the floor. So now we're seated. You're going to find your feet planted on the mat, about hip width apart. So hip width is usually 1 to 2 fist distances. So we don't want to be too far out. Sometimes we think of our hips as the outside of our hips, and that's very different for everybody. But we want to find where our hip bones are. So right on the front of your hips. Our pelvises are different but pretty similar in size, so find where those hip bones are right in the front, and those feet should shoot right out from there. So finding that planted foot position, we're going to take our hands behind our knees and we're going to tuck our tailbone under. So our tailbone is that little bony point right in between both of our sit bones. You're going to find that tucked tailbone. So just like you would in a glute bridge, tuck your tailbone back. Start to now scoop your core back with you as well. And then if that feels great, you're going to hover those hands right up above your knees. If this is a challenge, keep those hands there. Keep finding that scoop through your core. And then when you feel ready, take those hands up. If those hands are up, we're going to find a little reach forward. Lift and lower. My tailbone stays tucked. My belly button stays back, but it's my chest that's reaching forward, increasing that crunch, and then bringing it back for 4 and back for 3. You got 2. And 1. Now stay forward, lift those arms up just above your head and back down, right? Hovering above those knees for 3. And lower, you got it. 2 more, lift and lower. Last 1, lift and lower. Good, hands behind those legs. Start to roll it all the way down. We're gonna lay all the way back on your mat. Going to scoot down a little bit here. Once you're down, we're going to find our pelvic clock. So hands are right next to your hips. You can always take your hands on top of your pelvis as well. This is how you can really find your neutral spine. But if you already know what I'm talking about, hands by your hips. So for that neutral spine, if you create a diamond shape or a triangle almost with your hands, you're going to take your fingers down towards your hip bone, your pubic bone, and you're going to let that tuck come under where my back presses down into the mat now. There's no space here, but I know that my triangle is now tilted like this. We want to find where it's neutral and parallel to the floor. So now if I go the opposite way, where I have a lot of space in my lower back, I have an arch here, now my fingertips are down and my thumbs are up. So I'm going to go right in between the two. We're going to rock back and forth until we start to make those rocks a little bit smaller. And then I find where my true neutral spine is. And for some of us, we may have a little bit of space here. I have a tiny bit of space, but it shouldn't be enough that your whole arm can easily fit underneath your back. We want to find a little bit of an in-between where that triangle is then parallel to the floor. So in that neutral spine, we're going to hold that with our core. Take your collarbones, just let them melt on the mat, and we're going to start to take some toe taps. So floating that right foot up to tabletop. Exhale, draw your core in to support you. Float up that left leg as well. Now this is really challenging in the neutral spine. So if you found when you lifted that leg, your back collapsed or it wanted to arch more to get that foot off of the floor, we're going to try it again. Find that lift up, engage through your core, press those hands down into the mat, float up that other foot. Nice job. Same thing. Tap the toes down, then your left foot, float them right back up. Right and left. Again, right foot down and left. Right foot up. Exhale, left foot up. Same thing, down and up. 2 more, down and up. Nice, last one, down and up. Good, bring both of those legs together. We're gonna bring those knees in towards your chest, so now my back is flat to the mat. Exhale, find my neutral spine, hold it, press those legs away from you, and fold it in. If this feels too challenging with the neutral spine and it feels like your back wants to arch, don't extend the legs all the way. You can keep them just past that hip distance or hip height that we found earlier as you start to kick those legs away from you. Exhale. 2 more. And extend. Last one, you're gonna hold them out there. Hold it out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fold it all the way in. You're gonna hug just the right knee in towards your chest. Left leg's all the way out on your mat. Take a couple circles with this knee for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Reverse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna grab right behind your knee. Flex through that foot. Start to press that leg up towards the ceiling. Push that heel like you're imprinting your foot on your ceiling and fold it right back in. Same thing, 3, press away. Fold it in. 2 more, press. Fold it in. Last one, press, hold it there. Circle that ankle around for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take those hands down by your hips. Reach those toes up to the ceiling. We're gonna take your leg circles. We start by crossing the body, coming all the way down, out to the side and up. Our goal here is that your hips stay even on the mat as your leg works around in this circle. So we don't want your hips to twist and then open as you make that circle. It's nice and controlled, finding where your leg can work inside this hip socket here. All the way up to the top, hold, and reverse, inhale. Exhale across and up, again, inhale. Exhale across, 2 more. And last one. Bring it in. Before you get the other side, we get a core exercise. Bring that chest all the way up, rounding through your spine, lifting your head and chest, pulling your belly button down towards the mat. Hover up that left leg. Hold here, or switch out those legs, left and right. Keep that chest up nice and high. You're looking forward, bringing that belly button down towards the mat for 4. And switch your single leg stretch for 3, 2, and 1. Catch that left knee, lower all the way down. Let your head come back to the mat. Let's start again with those circles around for 4, for 3, just those knee circles, 2, just a little warm up and reverse for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Grab the behind the knee, flex through that foot, press that leg up, extend, and bend it in. Same thing, extend, and bend it in. Imprint that foot up to the ceiling. Last one, extend, point through those toes. Start with that ankle circle for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Reverse, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point through those toes, hands by your hips, leg circles. We go across, down, around, and up. Again, across, down, around, and up. 2 more. Last one. And up, reverse. Remember, check in with that opposite hip. So for me right now, that's my right side, making sure I keep that hip down on the mat, not letting it twist with my body. 1 more. And pull that knee in. This time we're gonna curl up, draw my right knee in with me. Options here, hands either behind the head or they reach up towards the ceiling. You take those legs out. And in, your choice where those hands are, out. And in, this time our spine is imprinted to the mat, as flat down to the mat as we can possibly keep it. 2 more, exhale. And in, last one, exhale, hold, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fold it all the way in. Nice job. Rocking up to a seated position. We're going to take one of my favorite exercises next. Last exercise here today, we're going to take our hands behind our knees, tucking our tailbone under, that same position that we found earlier. Again, keep those hands here or you reach them forward. We're going to take them up and down and then out and in. Again, up and down. Keep that rounded spine and in. 2 more. Lift and lower, out and in. Last one. Lift and lower, out and in. Last thing for today, hands are either behind you to lift up those legs and find your hold, or if you know the teaser position, you're going to take that with bent legs reaching out. We hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Thank you so much for joining me for day 1 of my New Year's Pilates challenge. I can't wait to see you in the next video.